Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. We're at week 2 of our Day Old Sushi Community Tournament. I am Chrissy, and here with me to co-commentate is Tourist. Hi, Tourist.
Hi there, Chrissy. Good to be playing with you right now, and we're all set to get right into this tournament set. Despite a little bit of technical difficulties earlier, we should be able to play this out fine. Sorry, I
Yeah,
just got past a set of headphones, which aren't the one that I was needing right now. But yeah, I think we're about to all get set here. How's your day been so far, Chrissy?
good. It's Friday, and I'm happy about that. How about yours?
It's been pretty chill so far. I slept in a little bit more. I had some friends staying over and stuff like that. But
Oh.
oh wow, we're
Well,
actually launching straight to the
we are
set.
starting very quickly. We got Tower on Museum del Fonsino, so let's go. Carpe Diem versus Public Anemone.
I
That
still
was
think it's gonna be
fast.
I'm glad. I appreciate that this is going on pretty quick between the two of them so far. But I'll switch to the stream, keep it on in the background while it's all playing out. We are starting on a set of
Uh-oh, they
turns.
ended
Why
the
are we
battle.
in heaven? Okay, like so we do need to get that fixed while we move on
A
to the correct.
boo-boo. They picked the
Yeah,
wrong map mode.
yeah, that's perfectly
All
fine.
right,
We
well, that gives us a chance to give an intro to all the maps and modes. So for week 2, we are almost at the end of the week. We've already had some matches this week. But for week 2, we have Tower on Museum, and then Rainmaker on Manta Maria. Manta, I don't know. Clams on Scorch Gorge, Zones on Inkblot, and Tower on Mako, Mako Mart, Mako Mart.
yeah,
I was trying to
there's
get that in
certain.
pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. I totally get what you mean there. I thought the overlay with all the maps was going to be showing up too for a second. I was wondering if it was actually going to appear or not for like a moment, but we're all good here. All right. I didn't get to see all of the team comps that are going to be run on this stage in particular. We're starting on Museum, right? As far as I can remember, with the
We are
last
doing Tower on Museum. And I just want to let the viewers know to stay tuned because after this set is done, we do have another ongoing match right now. We weren't able to get a live stream, but we are going to do the replay right after this live match. So stay tuned for that also. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right. We got it.
the funny
Tower
thing
on
was,
Museum.
sorry, sorry, I was about to say, like, the funny thing was, I was actually looking at a set that not a set, but a game I recently played on Tower Museum, and that went, it was quite interesting because I was playing Splatling on it, and I had to contend with the charger that was holding mid very, very well. So we are onto
Ooh,
this set right now, and I'm very curious to see what kind of work both backliners are going to be doing for this one. We've got a ball point and a Hydra on
ooh,
both
Hydra's
teams right
down.
here, and we're going to see a lot of work being put in by that jet and the Booyah Bomb on both anchors right now. However, it looks like that Public Anemone is going to have their push stopped at this moment. This probably goes down to the backline as well. Meowsing attempting to get a flank ready to assist their team. Meanwhile, all of Carpet DM attempting to take care of Plat right now and secure control of it as two of their own players will go down as well. Unfortunately, looks like that push ended very, very early, and Carpet DM will now have to go back on the back foot as the Meowsing is already making a push in. Will trade out with
Here comes the
Coco.
Booyah. Well, they're even right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, not too much.
Yeah,
Oh, they're 3 down.
yeah, that definitely isn't a great thing to happen for sure. Already, Anemone going to have to concede that push and give it up, while Carpe Diem is already setting up for a second push once again. Going back with trades back and forth will just inevitably lead to both teams kind of not being able to get very much momentum of what they normally would like to do. Coco coming out with the crab on, on top right here. Meowsing G-Tan. The rest of an enemy doing a pretty decent job fighting for the second checkpoint as they will secure control. 3 players up for them. Carpe Diem being pushed back into mid and not going to be able to escape with the Booyah Bomb cutting off their escape routes. attempt to flank from Meowsing not going to secure very much in that situation as Beanson is on tower, DG and Meowsing set up the mid. Specials are ready for Carpy DM, so they will have a decent defense ready to go on this. Fighting Coco does not die without losing that crab.
Oh, the crab.
Yeah, that's not quite going to work out in that situation. And the
They only
Anemone
gained
switch
1
also
point.
ending very early.
Oh, that was a good kill.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to push them off. They don't have that much of a lead, so Carpe Diem has a very good chance over here, and they have plenty of time. Comes that Booyah. They are 2 down. Oh, 3 down.
I like that. Yeah. That was a great dive from Meowsing right there. It definitely put a stop to Carpe's push. Traded out over on the bottom right. Buglet will secure the pick onto Bean Sand. 2 players only left for Carpe as they're still on the defense. And Anemone going to lose Trolley. Bouncing already ready for a flank in the back. Right here. Will not be able to secure the pick, but Beanson is there to assist with that dive.
Here comes
Frenzy
the Inkjet
going to
in.
be taken out by Beanson. And going to be on the tower right here. Buglet and Zern being forced to contend with this and getting dove on by Meow. He's going to be finished off over on that side right here. Buglet caught the corner, and in a pretty rough situation, there's already a bubble on the tower. Not going to be able to fight that one out.
They are even. Oh, Carpe Diem is down 3.
Treasure have doing a great job fighting for control by tower, and Trolley going to be the last one alive. Amazing resilience from Treasure, being able to hold that point the last second with all those trades going down in the flag laser. 59 seconds left on the board. This is not much of a big lead for Anemone right here. Zern is forced to contend with the Meowsing, attempting to make another flank once again. Buzzer going for the dive onto D as a Trolley in the back. Not going to catch anything right there, and Meowsing will be there to catch the landing. Finishing off another player. There's a triple right there, but Prezi won't be able to trade that back. Bean and Trolley going to be on the tower right here, and unfortunately damage has been done. 30 seconds left on the board. Public Anemone in pretty good control of the tower right here. Won't be able to get a push, but they will go down 2 players. They have no reason to force this. And if Trolley goes down right here, this is going to be a rough situation. Now the momentum is going to be swinging right back to Carpy right here.
Oh, they are 3 down. 15 seconds left. They got to get a really good push over here. Oh, that was interesting. I always get killed by bombs right there.
I'm watching the main overhead stream right now. What is this?
Oh.
Oh boy, this is getting really
Ooh,
scary
they
right
are
now.
even. Ooh, they just took 3 of them. They could take the lead over here.
Oh my
Did they
god,
get
an
the lead?
amazing play from DG's finally able to fight for control of that tower right there. It looks like almost at the last second Carpe had
Oh,
control
they
and
were
had push
right
going right there.
there.
But just not quite. Not quite.
That was
Very close though.
very close. They had a really good comeback over there. Really good comeback.
Still an
Very
amazing
close
stop.
game.
Still an amazing stop from a DJ in that situation.
Yeah, that was a really good stop. I didn't understand what happened at the last second because I heard the buzzer go off. I thought I heard that they did take the lead, so I wasn't sure. When the scores came up, it was 1 point off. Just 1 point.
Just barely there, almost, but not quite in that situation.
All right, tourist. Everybody in the chat could tell us how we're sounding here. Just a little quick sound check. Tourist, can you turn up your microphone just a tiny bit?
Let me see. How is it? Let me see. I'm not sure how I can turn adjust my microphone volume. Wait, let me see. Let me take a look at this. Actually, let's see if I can. Can I turn my own volume? I never. That's actually something I haven't really tried before yet. Actually, user volume. Yeah, I've never really adjusted my own volume on this. In fact, I have all I'm using is instead of earbuds, Apple earbuds right now as a spare because my main microphone isn't with me right now.
Well, that's all right. Actually, I think it might be okay.
Oh, Yeah, I I had the feeling about too, because I'm trying to find that setting specifically in Discord right now, but I'm like flailing around and not finding it currently. I thought you could
Yeah.
turn up the volume only for like other users, but not yourself.
Um, so real quick, the next match right now we have starting is Rainmaker on Manta Maria.
I feel this is a little bit more of a trickier map to have backliners run on it. And just as I say that, we are actually having two anchors on the side of
We do. We do. These are
I
more
lost on my end, sorry.
mobile. Oh, they ended the battle. Okay then.
Oh, I think we have teams on the wrong side on this one?
Possibly.
Mm. I do have to keep an eye on the team colors at the top to make sure I'm getting the correct team name regardless too. But yeah, I thought for a second that one team was going to be running without any anchors on this one because it can be a little tricky because the angles are a little tight, but anchors can do well on this stage. However, it is Rainmaker, so speed is going to be the essence for both teams on this, and most you probably will only want to run one anchor while playing on these stages.
Right. Oh, looks like they might be swapping a player out.
Yeah, that's what I had kind of get the sense right here.
Yeah, because they do have public anemone. What is it?
Anemone.
Frenemy is your enemy. What is it in Animal Crossing? I forgot the saying. Public anemone. They have 5 people on their team, so they're probably swapping out. Yep.
Yeah, definitely looks so too right here. All right, there we are.
Okay. I'm gonna lower the game volume just a tiny bit more. Let's see how that goes. Oh, you
Yeah, I
know
think
what?
that's
This
fine
is
there.
actually doing nothing here. Let me lower this. All right. Yeah, that last one was a very exciting game.
No, it actually came down pretty close to the wire, and I think from the looks of it, both sets of anchors were putting in some work. But at the same time, and I'd also say it felt like both teams were trading back on both of their pushes, and neither was able to get a sizable amount of momentum until Public Enemy was able to get one strong push onto Carpe Diem's plat there at the very end.
Right. Excellent plays, both teams.
Yeah, that's for sure. Before moving on to the next match, is anybody in the chat been having any particularly good Valentine's Day meals for today? I had some spaghetti for myself, but it's more of like a kind of a vegetarian thing. Just while we're shooting the breeze before we get into this next match right here. You know,
And we're off.
great little set of Valentine's Day matches we're going to be playing out for this. And just as I said during the first few seconds of the game before it started, both teams actually rather comfortable trying to run anchors on this. And now we've got no anchors on either team, aside from technically Prezi Pop running heavy, the heavy splatling crab edition. I can't think of a. I'm having difficulty thinking of the kit name off the top of my head. But hey, hey, whatever works out. Well, both of them. That crab is definitely going to become in handy. And Meowsing going to be the first player that goes down in the back line right here. Coco going to
Oh,
be
we
able to
got.
secure.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. We're still working at. I've worked with like 3 different commentators in the past few couple of days, and now it's all getting used to the how we're everybody's like what's the term, discussion style works with everybody, and we also have to
Oh.
work with stream delay too, so it can be a little bit tricky here. Looks like Crazy Hop is a little bit isolated on the side. We'll be able to
Oh, they got a
back.
flank right there.
And Rugga will be able to secure 2 picks out there. With Coco going consistent, Meowsing on the wall right here. Going to be able to catch the unplanned Zuka in that situation. And unfortunately, Meowsing and Soaptoa going to both go down in that situation. Bean-san probably going to get flanked by the crab. This is probably going to lead to a wipeout if probably does not get out of that situation. Coco making a beeline for the last part right here. probably not able to secure the pick. All down to Sokotoa and Beanstalk to stop this push, and it's not even gonna
Oh, there
happen.
they go. Wow. That was an
Gotta be
excellent
careful.
win.
Yeah. Gotta be careful, folks, with those pushes on Rainmaker. Those can end very, very quickly if you are not getting the proper positions, and constantly trading out and staggering at the very end can lead to some very, very, very bad situations. As Carpy DM will put a point on the board.
All right. So we have the next match is Clammies on Scorch Gorge. What do you think about Scorch Gorge?
What do I think about Scorch Gorge? Let me see. Clam Blitz, Scorch Gorge. There's definitely going to be a lot. As I was telling Mara the other day, there's going to be a lot of fighting for up of top mid, which is incredibly strong for any backliners that manage to get set up there. On the other hand, the people that are going to be doing the most fighting for control of that space are usually going to be the closer range weapons, by all means, because they're the ones that are going to be scaling up the wall and then trying to secure that space for their backliners to have a long sight line from which they can fire onto the other snipe from the opposing and defending
Right,
teams right there. It's good, and it's a very, very strong position by all means. There
right.
is not only that, but it also functions as a secondary flank route for any fast weapons that want to take the grates right across to the left. It's risky it can be risky, but it is possible to do. And if any fast weapons manage to work their way across that, it can be very, very difficult for the defense to contend being attacked from both the main ramp and the great flank.
I agree. It is definitely risky, but if you've got somebody sneaky like a brush or, somebody really quick, that can get across those grates quickly and just sneak behind, maybe somebody might be on the snipe. They sneak behind them and kill them. I know I do a lot of little ratty things when I go in that area, so I know it can be hard, but it's a really good strategy too. Great
In
place to
fact,
put beacons too.
whoops, I almost interrupted you. But in fact, I was actually commentating the match with Mara the other day, and Chai T,
The
with
brush. Yep.
yeah, yeah, they were doing the exact same thing on this very, very stage.
Yep.
Although I
I've
don't
seen them
see
with the
any,
brush.
yeah, I don't see any brushes coming out from either teams on this one though. The Meowsing taking a more independent flank on the far right here.
They do have the
Right?
same back lines.
Sure. I should actually make sure I set the auto camera right now to make sure I'm following along what's going on in the stream rather than seeing everything that's going on from above.
Oh, we do have... Oh, they're down two.
Was
Ooh,
it already
Carpy
going?
DM has 13 clams. They're about to get a ball soon.
Mhm.
Ooh.
We are on the
They're gonna...
basket. So
They need something to push in. Some strikes, maybe, or what do they got? Strikes, whales, and there you go. There go the strikes.
we got a 2-2 situation.
Get your drinks! Get your drinks!
Nice catch from Meowsing onto Coco in front of the basket right here.
Ooh, really good
Meanwhile,
stops there.
nice, not gonna be able to finish off Rugged.
Oh, they
Unfortunately,
are
not maintain that.
wiped.
Ooh. Gonna be able to get a little bit extra points up on the board right here. Nice flank coming out from Prezi. That was actually not the weapon I was expecting to take that flank in that situation, but they're gonna be able to keep pouring some more clams into the basket right here. It's gonna take a while
They're
before only Firm is left on Carpe DM, and they will be able to make a beeline away from the basket. As Public Anemone will now be licking their wounds in this situation, try to find their way back.
And Carpet Diem is back quickly because
Oh.
they have drinks over there, so that was a nice pick. Good
Oh
pick
my god,
again. That's
two
two from the
amazing
inkjet.
directs. Amazing directs coming out from V in that situation. Coco attempting to go for a flank to try to catch
Oh, there they
V.
go.
Keep away the
They're
attention.
in.
Unfortunately, the dude got Azuka on the border right here as as Booyah is coming onto the basket. D going to be able to get a few extra points right here. Germ fighting for the basket. 3 players left alive for Anemone will be able to trade back most of those plans in that situation. D and Trolley still controlling the main basket as Coco is attempting to take the flank from the side. Will not be able to catch D, unfortunately. And the points are going slowly in Public Enemy's favor.
They're getting close. They're even
Not
right
quite.
now. They're getting close. They could take a lead easily. But they do have a whole 2.5 minutes about, so got plenty of time. Anything could happen here.
Yeah, that was about as even as push you can really get right now. As both teams get set up into their neutral positions, unfortunately, Meowsing going to be able to catch Germ off in that situation. Diving very
There's a
deep, getting in a
decaf.
second. Do we have a third? No,
That was a
traded
good
back
shot.
immediately D. Following up with a little bit of extra pressure coming from Ink. Another amazing shot. Ruglet going to be isolated off on the far right side. So Booyah going to be forced to send Ruglet away. As another player of Carpy was down. Another double coming out from Ruglet. Making a beeline for the ball point in the back of Sokotoa is going to be holding on to the second power. And Carpe fighting for every empty space that they can get. Not
There's
out
that
of it,
inkjet.
going down several players. Another trade coming out. 3 power clams coming out for Public Enemy right here. All positions are going to be known to these players, and unfortunately that's not going to come in handy with the Crab and Prezi coming out. Going to be able to pressure Sokotoa and then Meowsing, who should probably work on dropping on those power clams ASAP, lest their positions continuously be given away. Won't be able to catch that one. Ruglets attempting to make a beeline for the back, but will be cut out by D and Trolley. Now another push coming out from Public Enemy right here. We'll be able to trade this out. Coco not going to find the picks on the basket, unfortunately. We'll be able to get Sotoa, though. And that is a wipe coming out for Carpe Diem, stopping that push immediately, but they're only so far. With them now going to have a special advantage going into the second fight, it's going to be deep. It's going to be the rest of Public Enemy. Going to have to stop this rush flank coming from the side. Will be able to trade that out, as Prezi is already attempting to make a flank onto the right side. D taking the backline fight against Prezi. Will win that out. Soto, and all 2 of them are going to be able to stop that push equally as strong right here. Very even coming out from both teams right here. Neither one of them wants to give any space up. 15 seconds left on the board right here. They better get that power soon. That is
This is
bubble.
a very close game.
Indeed. Coco goes for the flank, trying to catch the tower.
Stop the ball carrier.
Hard as they can.
No. Oh, no!
They should be able to
Oh,
secure
they
that.
lost the lead. That was so close.
Nicely played from Public Enemies, fighting for every inch of space that they possibly could in that situation, and able to finally secure that advantage at the very last second. Carpe Diem held out as long as they could, and both teams had fantastic defenses, but ultimately, Public Enemy was able to secure just a little bit more picks on that final push. But you can't say that both teams' defenses were very, very strong in that situation.
Multiple times there were wipes on each team, so they did a really good job defending. Both sides did very well. It was a very, very close game, equivalent to that first game that we had, Tower on Museum. That one was so close. It was a 1-point difference. This one was just a ball and a clam, and that was it.
Yeah, that was about as close as you can really get.
Very, very good games. Very good games so far.
You know, thinking about it right now, both teams were very good at punishing any, I'd say overextensions and then leading them into snowballing advantages. It feels like to me on Rainmaker, a game mode that snowballs super super easily. It was not as easy for for Anemone to secure a defense because by the time they were snowballing, it might have been a little too late at the very end to get a stop on Carpy trying to make that final push.
Right. All right, so...
Sorry, we're still tripping over each other.
No, go ahead.
And you know that Rainmaker is definitely a very snowbally mode. What have we got next instead, though? I'm guessing we have a tower one.
It's Zones on Inkblot.
Ooh, Zones.
Yep, Inkblot Art Academy. Zones is okay on this one. It's not too bad. You got to go kind of, around to secure the zone. Um, Booyah doesn't always help. Strikes don't always help to take the zone back. So you would need something maybe like chumps to get around that center tower thing in the middle.
For the tower.
But
I feel,
yeah,
I
nonetheless, still fun.
yeah, I can see what you mean right there. I feel like both Booyah and Strikes are good as like clearing space for the specials. I think Strikes are still probably personally I still consider Strikes to be one of the better like specials for still holding that space. Chumps can definitely help occasionally, but I think from as far as I can tell, most competitive players will default to take having Strikes as the zone holding special and attempt to stall that out as long as it can by having those ready to go
I
when the
would
time is necessary.
I would definitely take strikes over a Booyah on this map any day for zones. Just because I've seen that it doesn't always, the Booyah doesn't always reach all around to like kind of stop the zone. At least that's been my experience. Not from me booyahing. I got a funny Booyah story to tell you. Back when I was playing Salmon Run a long, long time ago, I think it's been 2 years now, I was playing with Gamer, and I had a Booyah special, and I was the last one alive, and I was in the air. I'm like, I don't know how to Booyah! I don't know how to Booyah! It was pretty hilarious, because I never used the Booyah before.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god, that's
I
really
didn't know
funny.
how to Booyah. I think we lost.
Oh, that's the thing that happened in that situation. That's okay though. I feel that using Booyah into as a special is I think better off being used to secure space because it's not the greatest painter in zones anyway. Meanwhile,
Yes.
meanwhile, we'll get straight into this match right here. D will go
Oh,
down in the chat.
decav.
Nice job from
Ouchie.
Yowzy getting that back. Unfortunately, Bean Sam's gonna be able to catch that one out. Coco catching the landing. So only one left
That's a
standing.
wipe.
Got Carpy DM securing a little bit more space right here. Oh, straight down.
Oh, there goes the decav again.
So not gonna be doing a good job dodging around that Booyah.
Good kill on the
Miyagi will be able
decav.
to get the bubble onto the zone. Coco gonna get caught up by D, and so Toa actually gonna drop off the stage right here. Ruglet in a position to try to flank the ball point, but not be able to find it. And D actually kind of in a rough spot. Will be able to catch Ruglet with that jet. Should be able to trade back zones in here. Strike's coming out. Meowsing gonna get killed by Coco in the back line right here. He going to be able to trade that back. Meanwhile, Crazy Hot still fighting for the right side of the zone.
We got a sharker. Oh boy.
Yeah, so Coco gonna be able to catch that one on the side right here. Two players on the right side. Meowsing
They're gonna take lead right now.
That they are,
And
and I
there's the
think that was
lead.
a delayed wipe too as well. Right, it's pretty firm control being held by Public Anemone right here. No flank coming out from Bugler in that one. I thought they were going to go down and drop to the left in an attempt to pull some attention from the other side. But having all four people on flat is going to be a little difficult. As the Meowsing will be attempting to hold the defense, but here, duel between both players right here. Not
Here come the strikes. Can they take it back?
Will
Can they
not be able
stop
to
it?
do that.
Oh, they did not. See
Unfortunately,
what
that's
I
going to
mean?
happen.
See what I mean? It's hard to take it back on this map. That thing in the middle. Oh, that was
It is
rough.
it is pretty hard to take it back on this map. I would say that one of the biggest mistakes that I would say players make when fighting on this stage is that not everybody should be going flats. Sometimes it's better to send a couple more players up to bats or to drop left to pull attention away. Because if you
Right.
all attempt to go the front side, you're all going to be subject to every single special that the offensive team is going to be chucking at you. And having
Good.
all that sent your way is not good. Definitely not
That's
good.
true. I saw a little bit of yellow paint when the camera was facing Carpe Diem's plat. I saw a little yellow paint on the right. I'm like, are they going to come from the left? Are they going to come from the left? I didn't see it happen. Unfortunately, they were two down after that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was good comeback for Public Anemone because they were behind. Carpe Diem had taken the lead earlier, and then Anemone, that's like a tongue twister. They came
I
back,
know.
they took the lead, and they held it. Great job.
Yes, pretty well played off from both of them right there. I thought Ruglet was actually going to commit to the left flank. I would think that that Ruglet attempting to go for that flank might have actually been sufficient to pull the attention for Carpy DM to actually get a better push going right now, so that way they would have been forced to look in two different directions when retaking right there. But unfortunately, Ruglet, I think, had second thoughts and then returned to the rest of his team, where unfortunately they got put into a kill box.
Right. Yeah, I saw him drop off to the right, and that's about that time just before that I had seen some paint over to the left side, their left, so that back flank. And I was thinking maybe somebody might come from there, but no, they locked them in pretty good there. All right, last one. We have got tower on Mako, Mako, Miko, Mako, potato,
Yeah, I'm thinking
potato,
about it.
or as Bren says, Tamako, Tamako.
I didn't see
Let's
too many
go.
changes coming out from either team's compositions in this situation, and
Yeah,
I
they've been keeping it consistent.
pretty decently consistent so far. No fights coming out for either stack for these teams. Beansan will get a little foot points in the tower, but that's going to be a lot of pressure. Bombs will be chucked away. Coco already on the left flank right here. Getting caught out by Beansan. They do have missiles ready to go. I'm expecting them coming out right now. Yep, there we go. German isolated on the side. Will trade out Sotoa, though, so it's not the worst. Rugged flanking from the side. DG going to have to try to catch it out. Going to get killed.
Nope, there are three down.
Kill DG, and that's a triple coming out for Public Enemy, as they will get the full wipeout, and Coco and Ruglet taking aggressive positions on the left and right sides. That could be a dangerous shark over here, as Ruglet's already diving deep to the backlines. Will secure the pick onto DG. Beansan contending with Coco below the ledge on the checkpoint right here.
Ooh, they're even 2v2.
Traded back and forth right here. Ruglet attempting to flank onto the side. DG is ready for that flank though. Gonna be able to catch Ruglet out this time, but Coco ready with the trade back. Beansan trading that right back as well. Germ is the one on the tower right here as they're getting additional time. Soto and Beansan gonna have to rush all the way back to get that last player. Prezihop going to going to get Bean. Sotoa sitting on the left stack right here, trying to hold on to the space as Public Enemy needs to get set up as best they can before Coco gets the flank on the left. On the left, and that Booyah Bomb's not going to be able to achieve very, very much right here. Crazy Hop almost getting caught out by Beansan, who's going for a flank of their own, trying to catch the backliners. That's three players that are not paying attention. That can be really dangerous. Crazy Hop goes down. Germ immediately forced to turn their attention to Beansan. Ruglet will be able to catch someone out, but DT also going for the flank on the side right here. Coco and Ruglet going to be isolated off from the far left. Ruglet committing to the bit, but is able gonna go down, but is he gonna force Sotoa to burn that Zuka early?
Oh.
I think Air is not really the worst so far. Ruglet trying to secure the pick up. Excuse me, DG trying to secure the pick up the Ruglet. They will find it. And Coco still fighting for left stack right here. Gonna run for tower as the Booyah Bomb's coming out. Coco forcing the rest of the back line to turn from Public Enemy right here. DG will get back onto the left stack right here, still contending with that issue. This duel's going to take a while. DG being forced to turn their attention away is not a good situation. If your backliner is getting dove and they're having difficulty, you have to send teammates back to assist with that. Otherwise, it's going to get more and more difficult for that backline to really properly get set up. Crazy Hop will catch that inkjet mid-air. Nice shot from them. Coco diving into mid, contending with the players on far left stack. Probably gonna get bombarded by missiles. Meanwhile, Beansan fighting for the space on the tower right there. Not gonna be able to catch Germ, who will finish them off. DG fighting for the top right stack alone with it. Yeah, completely alone. I thought they had an inkjet ready, but definitely kind of a very I would say a little bit overconfident trying to take that engagement right here. Beansan running for tower. Not gonna be able to find anything there. Zuka being traded with Inkstrike far. Coco getting diving Sotoa. And Beansan still fighting for the top right. Probably going to be the only one on the tower right here, as Coco is going to be able to jump out of that situation and take all the attention away from the midliners. Beansan going for the flank once again, not going to be able to find that. Coco and Ruglet maintaining a lot of momentum right here. Gonna find the zip cast onto DG's trolley is forced to drop. 59 seconds left on the board right here. Coco will secure the picks on the Toto over, isolated on the far right side. This is not going
That was a
particularly
good
well
pick.
for me. I'd say the Public Enemy definitely needs to get some picks going and try to get a stronger like push off of this. Otherwise, this is not going to go well. But all the momentum from Carpy DM just constantly pressuring the back liners and not letting them secure space. I'd say that Carpy DM has found the answer to the situation. Public Enemy is playing off of the back foot right here. This is getting very, very difficult for them. You got a pick on the germ. You tend to get a little aggressive in the side right here. Might be able to get a pick of the Coco. And I think the Pup Enemy is doing
Ooh,
a bit better job fighting together. They are going to
the
have to get rid of Coco.
dualies.
You can find it. Puya, they have to run back to the tower,
They
but
got it.
that's.
They got it, and that's game. They did really, really good on holding, pushing them back, not letting them proceed more. It was a 20-point lead.
I have to attribute that to. I have to attribute that to Coco doing such a great job skirmishing in the back. Even though they traded some kills at some point, they got more kills than they needed to force the backliners to constantly turn their attention. And because DG was constantly focused on surviving, fighting the dualies instead of assisting the players up front, they couldn't achieve a much better crossfire. And as a result, I'd say Carpe Diem was able to get stronger pushes off against Public and Enemy here.
I agree. I didn't get too many camera views on the dualies as much as I did towards the end, and I saw the moves there. They were fighting against, I think it was D with the ballpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The dualies was just back and forth on that ramp, and they were struggling to kill the dualies there. So and then they came and they took them out. So it was pretty good. Really, really good moves. And so that's that for this set. And great games. We have 2 points for Carpe Diem and 3 points for Public Anemone. Gosh, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to say that right. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, these are really, really great games. Congrats, Public Anemone. Everybody did very well. And everybody stay tuned. I am going to briefly stop the stream so we can start a whole new VOD for the next stream that's coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to do replays from the last matches, so stay tuned for that in the next 5-10 minutes, probably. Hopefully, they get us the once they have the VODs, the replay codes ready for us, then we should start up the stream again shortly.
No
But yeah,
spoilers for that, folks. Try not to look at those scores if you want to be interested to see how the next set turns out. Thanks for your patience here. We'll be back in just a little bit.
all right. Thanks, everybody.
Be like that.